Yeah, it's way better now. Got my breakfast and the coffee. Feeling energized and pumped for the stream. All right. Our tech team says that we are actually live. So, welcome. Let's give it a couple of minutes to go to let more people join, and we will actually kick off with our stream. So, guys, it's 2 p.m. CET time right now. And Polina, you are in Bangkok right now, right?
Yes, that's right. I'm in Thailand right now. It's
Wow.
8 p.m. here.
8 p.m. So it's kind of late. So I hope that you won't fall asleep during our podcast. I'll try to make my questions as on point as possible just to make you feel energized and entertained. And I hope the same gonna be with our listeners today. So yeah, actually, let's just kick off. I don't think that we should wait for long. Let's start with an introduction and more people gonna be joining. So welcome everyone once again. You probably already know who I am, but you don't know who Polina is yet. But we will have a big introduction right now. So, just to remind you, I'm Dimitri, CBDO of Kolo, and your host today. And I'm happy to have Polina from Travala on my podcast today. Polina, can you please? I think it's gonna be better if you just share what you do in Travala, kind of, a little bit about your background and why are you here with me today?
Sure, sounds good. First of all, thank you so much for having me, Dmitry. I know that it's your second live podcast, so it's very nice that you invited me to be a guest. I'm very happy to be here and connect with the audience. Yeah, thank you so much for organizing it. I'm already having a good time, so no way I can fall asleep. You're a very entertaining host, and I'm very happy to be here. So, my name is Polina, and I'm Travala's social media and community lead. I joined the company about 2 years ago, and I joined to crypto in 2021. It was the end of the bull market, and Bitcoin was going to the moon. Everybody was super excited, and I knew nothing about crypto at the time. So I just started investing, with some coins, got a lot of money, then lost it all, then
As we
got some
all
back,
do.
then lost it all again, like the normal story.
We all
But
been here, until you start to drive this roller coaster, you don't understand what crypto is.
yes, for sure. So I actually, just like you said, I decided that I'll treat my losses as a tuition fee, and I started learning more and more about crypto. It was also COVID at the time, so I was living in China. It was the second wave of COVID, so I had a lot of free time, and we started doing podcasts about NFT, and that's how I got introduced to some people from Tron, and I was doing a podcast with Justin Sun, and basically Sean from their team, he reached out to me and he offered me a job at Polonix as the business developer. And I was also doing listings there. So it was a fun time at Polonix. And if you're a crypto OG, you might know Polonix. It was like one of the first major crypto exchanges. And after that, I joined Travala about 2 years ago, and I pivoted a little bit from
Oh, so
business
it's already
development
2 years with Travala for you, right?
yes,
Oh, wow.
exactly. I just had anniversary this month actually.
Wow, congratulations. And
Thank
looking
you.
at crypto and everyone who is employed in crypto, it's quite some time, like the general life cycle of people standing with one company here in the industry is like, half a year, 1 year maximum. So it's already, you're kind of OG in Travella. Congrats. That's amazing. So that's just perfect because I assumed that we're gonna have very insightful conversation because since you're there for 2 years, we hope to get some interesting insights today. So
Oh,
like
for
maybe you
sure.
can also introduce Travala, like because I don't know what our audience has in their mind, but we definitely need to have this some kind of intro to tell what Travala is.
Definitely. So if you've never heard about travel.com, this introduction is for you. Travel.com is the world's leading Web3 travel company. What does it mean? It means that you can book hotels, flights, and fun activities all around the world using cryptocurrencies.
Wow.
Um, yeah. So
That's
we're the online travel agent that allows you to book travel with crypto. Our product is very straightforward, and if I want to describe it in just one sentence, that's what we do.
Yeah, I was just like being wow, wow. And, that was my first reaction when I learned about Travala. And, back in the time when I learned about you guys, I was really surprised because I personally had this issue myself. Whenever you go in on business trips, flying all around the world, and, like you have your savings in crypto, it's extremely complicated to, pay for your goods. And I was always thinking about like, man, I need to have some platform where I will be able to book my hotels and flights with crypto. And yeah, then I found out about Travala and I was like, wow, that's nice. And so let's go with the second part of our podcast right now. I think the intro was very insightful and full. And, I must ask you this question because we just learned that Travala hit $1 million in revenue last year, which is
Yay.
insane. What?
No
Sorry, one.
fireworks. I was trying to do for fireworks. Sorry.
Yeah. So 100 mil revenue. And actually, like, maybe you can show us a little bit of insight. What's the business model of Travala actually, and where do you guys make money from?
Yes, of course. Thank you so much for highlighting our milestone. We are very proud of hitting 100 million yearly revenue. Honestly, it's a huge milestone for a crypto company, and we are making history
Exactly.
basically as we speak because we continuously hit a record after record. So, Travala operates like any other online travel agency. We make money through commissions on hotels, flights, and activities. The system is very straightforward. And last year, we had 70% year over year growth. And we had 5 consecutive quarters of growth. So we've been growing for 5 quarters. And actually, January this year, January 2025, we again had the highest revenue, highest monthly revenue up to date. So we are developing really fast, and we can definitely see that more and more people want to book travel with crypto.
Actually, it's extremely unique for service in crypto, like service providing company, just because like, we see most of the businesses in crypto being having their business model just based on a thing that, we're getting our token ready, launching the token, and that's it. And so here, like, from the perspective of Kolo, like we also really respect this kind of approach when the business is being business in crypto. Like when you actually make revenue, when you actually providing the value to your customers and they use your product on a day-to-day basis. And so actually I'm gonna have more things related to that in the future, but for now let's go with one more topic that is extremely interesting and is right on the surface. So Binance thing, let's just go to part 3. And how did it happen that Binance has invested in Travala? What was the volume of the round? And what do you think of CZ's tweets about Travala? Do you think they actually made you the actual pump? They brought you to the moon? Because I personally learned about Travala from CZ's tweet, and I was like,
Oh,
"Wow,
really?
there is
No
such
way.
company!" Yeah, and I was really like
That's
shocked. I was
great.
like, "How did I know about this company?" Like, even though it's so useful. So, how the actual Binance thing started? Like, what was your thing with the investment round, and how CZ's tweets actually leveraged your marketing?
Oh wow, yeah, you're spot on. You also mentioned that you learned about Travala after this CZ tweet, and I think it's very interesting that even though we have a great product and a big community, there are still lots of people in the crypto space who never heard about us. So again, thank you so much for giving us this opportunity to be on your podcast, and I'm very happy to dive into the questions that you just asked. So, Binance is our strategic partner. They invested in Travala back in 2020. And see, as you saw on Twitter, of course, CZ is very
Yeah.
proud that they picked up on us before pandemic. And it's a huge thing, right? Because back in 2020, Travala wasn't a crypto travel household name. It was a relatively small but very bold, and ambitious
Yeah.
startup. And I wasn't with Travala at the time. I didn't even know anything about crypto in 2020. But Juan and co-founder Juan is our CEO, and co-founder Steve. They were developing this company, and Binance saw the potential of crypto travel, and that's why they invested. So for everybody who is listening, if you want to find good and very credible investors, you need to have good product. And here I'd like to comment on what you said earlier, that lots of projects in the crypto space, they are just focused on hype and making a quick buck, making quick money and then disappearing from the scene. But I think real value is in the utility projects. So utility is something that, in my opinion, and in Travala's opinion, is going to be the driving force for crypto adoption moving forward.
Yeah, I fully agree with you. Like, I personally just see it right now in the market that more and more founders are trying to bring the actual value because, the entire market is already tired of having the products for other products. Like, when you have layer on layer on layer trying to think of, like, imagine of some utility that's actually going to be there, but at the end, you just have some farm of bots and nothing else. And when you see the actual consumer product that is helping people to go through their lives and, just make their day-to-day activities easier, that's the thing that works.
Exactly,
And that
exactly. I agree with you 100%. And for example, I learned about Travala when I was working back at the previous company. I was paid in USDT. But since I was a little girl, my dream was to travel. And so when I started working in crypto, I started working remotely. And of course, since I had USDT, I was trying to find some ways how I can pay for hotels and flights using cryptocurrency. And I stumbled upon Travala, and I started using them and the product before they actually
Mhm.
hired me and before I became part of the team. So I'm a strong advocate for crypto travel because it's very seamless and it's borderless. You can be in any point in the world and you can still pay for hotels and flights without crazy, credit card booking fee.
Yeah.
Or like, if I had so many stories from my friends when they travel and their card gets blocked because they, for example, paid for a VIP lounge in, I don't know, Guangzhou. Literally, a story was shared by my Hungarian friend last week. And I
Mm.
was shocked because she bought the plane tickets to go from New Zealand to Hungary through China with the same credit card. And they still blocked her when she tried to pay for the VIP lounge,
But why?
Like, that was my question. Like, why would you block somebody's card just because they want to relax at the lounge? Doesn't make sense. That's why I think that we are really changing the world, because with Travala, you don't need to deal with the stupid bank system, and you can just pay using your crypto wallet. And you can use any crypto wallet. You can use Binance Pay, you can use crypto.com, or you can use decentralized wallet like MetaMask or Trust Wallet.
And that's the biggest thing, especially with MiCA implementation, that right now this travel rule and all the things that are applying, it's getting more and more complicated to use centralized solution. So that's why, for example, we have hybrid wallet and Kolo. So, we're using both of the things. If you want to be centralized, if you want to, have everything on the surface, then you have it with your centralized wallet. And you also have decentralized one if you want to be the real degen. And so here, I really appreciate that you guys have the same option because, like, I still see that DeFi is the future and everything that is decentralized where, the assets are being spread around and no centralized government is actually controlling them is extremely, extremely cool. So basically, very bullish on that. And that's amazing. And like we already touched the part of Binance partnership and of development and how you guys actually were moving forward with that. And let's maybe dive deeper into the product itself. So we're coming with the part 4 where we actually talking about the next big thing. So let's talk about Travala's product as it is. So what actual services you can get from there, what you can do, and basically just dive deeper into what the final customer gets. And also, I would love to talk about AVA token and about token side that you have right now and how is it doing? Because of course we have, I assume that we have more than half of our listeners from very, very degen background. And like we love talking about tokens. It's bull market right now. Why shouldn't we talk about tokens?
Is it?
So yeah, let's
Is it
start with
though?
the product at first.
Okay. Yeah, sounds great. Our like we have so many things for crypto degens. Like if you guys know how to crypto, basically come to Travala. We are the first travel platform that integrated crypto rewards. So I'll start with the juicy part, right? Like everybody wants to make money, right? So there are lots of money. How there are lots of ways how you can make money with Travala, even if you don't travel every month, right? Like not everybody travels like all the time, like I do, and some people just like to stay in one place, right? So how you can still benefit from Travala? We have a couple of initiatives. For example, we have the affiliate program. So if you have a following, for example, you're a crypto influencer or any other influencer, you can sign up for our affiliate program. You can, of course, find these links and just post them and earn commissions from each booking. We also have the invite program. So if you invite users to Travala, we also give you some give backs. And then to the most amazing thing, what we have, we very much integrated with AVA Smart Program. So AVA Foundation is the entity responsible for the AVA token that is deeply intertwined with our product. And if you are joining the AVA Smart Program, you need to lock AVA. So, for example, we have different tiers from basic that you can join for free to diamond membership. And then, if you lock certain amounts of AVA, you can increase your membership level and have better perks. So, for example, if you log 250 AVA, you will have steel membership. And with this membership, you can get better offers. You can also get exclusive discounts, and you can have bigger give backs after you travel. And our give backs are in crypto. You have free option right now, and we are also working on some more options of give backs. Right now, if you book a hotel, you can get a give back after your stay. So basically, as soon as you check out, literally like almost in the same minute, you get an email that you got the give back. And for example, if your give back is in AVA token, you can just hold on and like wait until the token price will increase, so you can book amazing stays. For example, I saw in our Telegram group there was one community member who has like you like guess how much money in dollar value he has in give backs after his travel.
I can just imagine, but like, let me tell the number, and you tell me less or more. I would go with like
Okay.
40K.
Yes, exactly. It's like, are you in the same group? He had forty thousand
Maybe it was
dollars in
me. I
give
don't know.
backs. Maybe it was you, right? What? How did you guess? Yes, it was like exactly like 40,000, maybe 44 or something like this. I
Wow,
don't remember
wow.
exactly. But
In give back,
everybody
right?
in give backs, right? So it's just basically passive income at this point,
Yeah,
if you travel
like
that
you
much.
travel and you earn money. Oh,
Yes,
that's amazing.
exactly. And
And
you
what
can
about the
earn.
give backs? Like, do you get them in the currency that you actually spend for your travel, or you get them in AVAs? Like, how does it work? So let's say I pay for my trip in my I don't know, like in my ETH. And how am I getting the give backs? I'm also getting them in
Oh
ETH,
yeah.
or I'm getting in the stable coins, like just maybe dive deep into this process a little bit.
Yeah, yeah, great question. So, if you pay with any payment method, you have free options. First, you can get a give back in the AVA token. You can also get give back in Bitcoin,
Hmm.
and that's a really big thing because like there
Yeah.
are so many Bitcoin maxes, that just want to deal with Bitcoin and they don't want any other currency. And you can also okay, spotted one here, laser eyes. And you could also get give back in travel credits. So if you're a fan of stable coins and you want to just stable value, you can choose travel credits. Travel credits are not coins. This is just like in an internal thing, and one travel credit equals $1. So if you don't want your givebacks to be affected by market volatility, you can pick travel credits, and then if you book again, you can spend your givebacks on future bookings.
Wow. Wow. That's amazing. That's amazing. And actually having the options, it just, it's very native for crypto bros. And yeah, guys, who hasn't tried it yet, if you're traveling somewhere and you are very deep
Yeah,
in crypto, like,
but it
you know the
gets
thing.
yeah, here it gets progressively interesting as we climb the ladder, right? So
Yeah.
this is only if you're locking maybe like 250 or 500 AVA tokens, and right now AVA price is not very high, so make sure to upgrade your loyalty now before it's too expensive. And as you climb higher, you get better perks. So the highest membership tier is called Diamond members. And if you're a diamond, you need to lock 2,500 AVA tokens, and you also need to purchase an NFT. So our smart program, AVA Smart Program, that is managed by AVA Foundation, is also NFT based. So this Travel Tiger Club NFT is on Ethereum, and you can check them out on OpenSea. Right now, the floor price is around $5,000 or maybe $6,000. So it's quite pricey, unless you're a meme coin trader. I know you guys have a lot of money. Then you can afford it, yes, if you made lots of money on Trump. So if you buy an NFT and lock AVA, you basically unlock the whole ecosystem of crazy unique benefits. You get VIP lounges. You get bigger givebacks. You also get access to exclusive airdrops on Travala.
Nice.
And
And it's
just
2000 AVA and the NFT, right?
yes, correct. 2,500 AVA token plus an NFT.
And
Then
it's
you're
not that
becoming the
expensive to get into the loyalty program, if I can call it so. Because I've just checked the price right now. One AVA is like 0.6 US dollars. So, it's not that big amount in order to get into the train, right?
exactly right, and it's very affordable. You can also join Smart Basic for free, and I'm going to touch on this later a little bit as well when I will be talking about how we onboard Web2 members to Web3.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this loyalty program is very unique because in traditional loyalty programs on some other travel platforms, you, for example, have to book, let's say, I don't know, 25 trips a year. Otherwise, you'll lose your benefits. Or you need to like hit certain targets, then you are a loyal member. But if you stop traveling for a year, for example, they will downgrade you, and then you have to climb back up. But with the AVA Smart Program, this loyalty program is tailored to basically any type of traveler. You lock your AVA once, and then you're the smart member. You don't need to worry that you'll be downgraded. And
Mm-hmm.
the more AVA you lock, the better benefits you get. And now we also have the AVA Smart Bonus. So it's every quarter, and everybody can participate, from Smart Steel to Smart Diamond membership. Every quarter you get the AVA bonus, and for each tier it's a bit different. But I know even for the lowest tier last month it was I think $10, and it's not that expensive to be a member. So I think
Yeah.
it's a great value. Like you can actually earn more AVA if you're a smart member.
That's nice. And like last thing about AVA that I wanted to ask before coming to part five is like not a financial advice, but what do you think about upcoming future of the token? Are we going to the moon or not? Because
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, you saw the CZ's tweet, right? Like, there is real value behind AVA token. It's a utility token, and their AVA Foundation guys, they can explain it better than I. But from what I can say and from what I know, their team is growing right now, and they're hiring new people. And I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say it or not, but anyway. So yeah, they're growing very fast, and it's a utility token, so it's not going away anytime soon. Travala is at a very strong position right now.
and you
We
said
are the
70%
biggest.
growth per year.
Yeah,
That's
we are the
like
biggest Web3 trial company, and we have more than 300,000 monthly active users. And
that's
we
massive.
have, yeah, like users aggressively are signing up. And we processed more than 70,000 flights like last year.
70K flights in a year.
77,000 flights last year, or and something like 100,000 room nights, or like 80,000 room nights, like huge amounts, like we processed millions of dollars in like ETH of bookings, and there are many more ways how AVA, a smart program, is integrated into Travala. And AVA recently launched some new initiatives. They are going to buy back the token for the AVA bonus that I just mentioned on
Mm-hmm.
the open market. So, yeah, the
So yeah,
buybacks,
basically, it's not a financial advice, but you heard, guys.
definitely. And yeah, of course, I'm just sharing the utility side of things, right? No speculation
No, of
here.
course. We're
And
not talking about it right now.
no,
Just
course
like
not.
what's the basis of
Yeah.
the token? How does it work? And actually, like, yeah, we already mentioned a couple of times the growth that Travala has right now. And maybe you can show us some key features how you guys are winning new users. Is it all about organic users who are coming just to fix their issue, or there are some marketing hints that you guys using that let's say we in Kolo can implement for our marketing?
Yes. When I was preparing for this podcast, I thought that it's a really great idea to have podcast and then invite like people from different projects to basically teach you how to do things, right? So
That's how I do it my
it's
entire career.
yes, and
Your
everyone.
network is your net worth.
Yes, network is not about who you know, but it's about who knows you. So
Exactly.
that's also great. Yeah, no, great question, Dmitry, and I appreciate you bringing it up. We have different ways of onboarding. Here, I'd like to touch maybe from a very cool topic, actually.
Hmm.
Because we believe that crypto industry is going to have 1 billion users by 2030, and we think that Travala can help to onboard the next billion users to crypto. How we do it? We partnered with several major meta search engines, such as Kayak, Skyscanner, and just this month Trivago.
Wow.
So these three companies are huge. They process billions and billions of inquiries every month. And in case you don't know what Kayak, Skyscanner, or Trivago is, it's basically website where you can go and you can compare different hotel prices between different platforms. You can book flights or hotels, and Travala integrated our whole inventory of hotels to those platforms. We are not live with flights yet, but you can book our hotels through Skyscanner or Kayak, and you can also pay with debit or credit card, obviously. But here's how it works. For example, let's say I'm a normal web 2 user. I know nothing about crypto. I'm just looking for a hotel, and like Dmitry, when you book a hotel, where will you book it? Of course, where it's the cheapest, right? Like
Yeah, exactly.
you're
Like,
not going to like bother. What is
yeah,
it?
like it's either where is going to be the cheapest or where is the UI going to be the most convenient. Because, sometimes you go to some platforms and you don't understand about them. Like, it just like I'm sitting, I'm looking in there, and I feel like I'm my grandma when she opens MetaMask. And I'm like, what is that? So, like, whenever, like, it just generally, like, on all the public speaking activities I have, I always tell that projects, like, please take care of your UI. It must be convenient, because otherwise I don't want to use your product. Like, there are so many other options right now that I'm just choosing which one is, comfortable for me. And so if I'm opening your product and I don't understand how it works in first 15 seconds, I'm not going to use it. So don't overcomplicate your interface, guys, please.
Yes, exactly. Like I really like what you just said. It's a huge problem in Web3 as well that applications just don't have good user experience. Like when I'm trying to transfer, or like let's say I have ETH on ETH and I want to have like ETH on Arbitrum, because
Yeah.
that weird token is only like on Arbitrum, and that but you have to pay with ETH for some reason. And like it's so confusing. And I've been here for 3 years. Like I work at a crypto company, and
Yeah,
even
exactly.
I'm always stuck. I cannot figure out how to do it. So anyway, if you're looking for flights, you go for, of course, a website where it's convenient to book, like it's very straightforward. And Travala has very straightforward interface. It's very easy to book. There are not a lot of steps, and it's really straightforward. You basically put your destination, pick your dates, and here you go, and you immediately can pay. And another thing, what I'd like to highlight is that sometimes people, they go to these meta search engines that I just talked about, and they see that the price on Travala displays slightly more expensive than on other platforms. But sometimes it's because we don't have hidden fees.
Hmm.
So the fee that you see at the search engine is the same that you will have at the checkout. Like we don't trick you into thinking that it's going to be cheaper, and then like after 50 steps, after you already filled out all your
Yeah,
information, we are
like when
saying
you
like,
spend the
well,
last half an
yeah.
hour there, clicking the buttons, providing your name, address, blah, 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 credit card, blah, 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 blah. And then it says, all right, plus 20%. And
Boom.
I just want to hit my screen at this point of time, being like, what? I saw
Yeah.
it cheaper on other web page. You just like kind of scam me right now. So this is actually a approach that I really respect. Like, transparency and when you're being honest with your users is extremely, extremely important thing. Because, like we are living in 2025 already. It's the moment where all of us are web users. We all saw this marketing hints and tricks where you have discounts, where you have some hidden fees, and people just want to have very straightforward and understandable process where you have all the fees on the surface, where nothing is being hidden, and then you come back once and once again to the surface just because you love how it works. And this is the thing that I really appreciate and respect, just because you have it right on the screen. I see and I pay what I see. So that's amazing.
Yeah, thank you.
And like,
So yeah, anyway, the process, just to finish on the Web
sure.
2 to Web 3 onboarding, because it's really important. So imagine if you're just like a normie, right, who doesn't know anything about crypto. You see the hotel that you like, and you see that it's cheaper on Travala, and our deals are very competitive. Otherwise, we wouldn't have 100 million in revenue, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So you click on Travala, and you immediately go to our website, and you have to book through our website, not through Kayak or Trivago or Skyscanner. And then, of course, you're going to see that, oh, look, they accept crypto. Interesting. I wonder what it means, right? And then they also see that if they will sign up for the loyalty program, they will get give backs, and give backs are in crypto. And signing up for the basic free version is free. You don't need to pay for it. So
Hmm.
of course, like lots of people are signing up this way, and maybe it's the first time when they actually see that you can do something with crypto. That it's not just scams or rug pulls, or like my neighbor lost all the life
Yeah.
savings and is and cannot afford a
I put
house
all my
anymore.
money in Libra.
So, and they see like, oh my god, there's real utility in place. Like, what, you can actually do stuff in the real world with crypto. it's a huge selling point. And that's why I think that we are really driving global adoption, because for global adoption to happen, you don't need rug pulls. I mean, of course, it's part of the game, right? It's still funny and interesting, and everybody kind of like gets happy about it if they get rich, or sad
You haven't
about
been
if they get
scammed in
poor.
crypto. You never been to crypto.
Yes. So, but anyway, I do believe that the future is with good application, with good user experience, as you mentioned, and with applications that actually provide value, like real products, real utility, not some strange oracles. And again, like no offense to oracles, like we love you guys, but you're weird, guys. Like, what are you doing? Nobody knows what you're doing.
There's some beef between degens in crypto and some consumer-based products in here. Yeah, but I fully agree with you, and I think we also have this approach. Just because I also joined crypto and like at the end of 2021, so I'm not that old fag in here. And this is just the thing that you like when you're coming from Web 2, when you're coming from traditional finance to crypto, when you're coming from very convenient Web 2 products, Web 2 banking, and then you're opening up the freaking MetaMask. I'm sorry. I just remember that. MetaMask, no hate.
Like
I'm
your
usually hating on
balance,
MetaMask,
you
but
cannot
I
see
just
your
remember.
balance, right?
Yeah, it's 2022. I'm opening my MetaMask because everyone told me that it's the best non-custodial wallet. And I'm just like, what the is that? Like, what is that? Like, I couldn't understand anything in there. And like this is just the thing why I'm so into the products that are actually user friendly. Just because like how do you want to have crypto adoption without having the products that people can use? I want to have a product that my grandma will open up and will say, "Oh yeah, I understand that. I can click here and there, and it just works." This is the thing. Like not the thing when you open it up and then you see like you feel like you're in the Matrix. Trying to break the code, seeing all these things on your screen. Yeah, like it doesn't work this way. So yeah, it's extremely cool. And like coming back to Web 2 products and with this comparison, like what I wanted to ask you, like you mentioned already the competitive fees and so on and so forth, but like for the final customer, like what is the biggest like pro for me to go to Travala instead of going to, let's say, Sky Radar, like, or to Avia Sales, or to some other platform like that, where you can also find the cheap flying tickets, get your trip connected with and everything. So what is the biggest advantage in your opinion for Travala comparing to all other products from Web 2? Because in Web
Right.
3, I
Yeah.
understand. In Web 3, there is no competition. There is
Yeah.
Travala on the top and nothing on the bottom.
Yeah.
And what about Web 2? Like how you actually compete with them?
Oh, it's very easy to answer. But first, before I answer, I want to ask you, like, have you ever experienced when you go on a trip and then something goes wrong and then you're like all stressed and you're running around not knowing what to do? Like,
Most of
do
the time, like
okay, yeah. So travel is stressful. Like, let's
it
get
is.
things straight. It's amazing, right? But like nobody likes queuing up at the airport. Like nobody likes being jammed into like economy class seat on a low coaster airline, Like
Oh
nobody
yeah.
likes it.
Run
It's
air.
super stressful.
Run
Yeah.
air.
It's super stressful. And that's why people choose Travala, because we have real human support. Our client service team is super cool. Like they're online 24/7. You can access them via the live chat on the website, or you can send them an email at support@travala.com, and they will get back to you literally within 5 or 10 minutes, and they will solve all of your problems. And they're super nice, super amazing, like humans. I sometimes book with my personal email, so they don't see that I'm actually a team
Hmm.
member. And like I always get super nice and fair treatment. And if something goes wrong, if like airlines, they get overbooked or some stuff, like they always help you out.
Yeah.
And also, there's like a tiny life hack that I'd like to share with our audience. So if you don't see the hotel that is listed on Travala, you might try to message our support team. And if they have access to it, they can book it for you, even if it's not listed. But
Wow.
like, please don't message too much because they will get overwhelmed.
Don't tell it to anyone. It's gonna be our quiet ASMR piece of advice.
Yeah, I just wanted to share,
Oh,
because
that's
yeah,
amazing.
so these guys are amazing. Like, they're super cool, and everybody who ever reached out to our support team, they know that they are ballers. So if you're still doubting like whether to use any other platform, even if you're paying with credit card, like, don't doubt, just use Travala. We have 20% of all of our bookings made with debit or credit cards, which is around $20 million for last year. So yeah, just give it a try.
Wow, that's super cool. Actually, like that's a very legit point. Like when you don't have the proper support team, it just doesn't work. Like, you're being sitting very stressed, you don't understand what to do. You text the support team and you get response in like a couple of days.
Yeah,
Why is that
yeah,
so?
and
How big is your support team if it's not a secret?
oh, it's not a secret. Like, our team members are listed on our website, and you can check it out. We hired two new team members just last month, and they just joined the team. And there are more than 40 team members in the service team. Yeah, more than
Yeah,
40 people.
that's amazing. So that's why the response rate is so quick.
Yes, exactly.
All right. I love it. I think we touched everything when it comes to Web 2 and Web 3 integration, and basically like why Travala is the option for you and not some other platform like that. And right now, let's maybe talk about your future roadmap, because you already mentioned that you expect 1 billion users being crypto by 2030. So my actual question is, how you guys want to acquire all these users? Like, why do you think Travala is going to be the actual user maker in the Web3 industry? And what about like, getting all the people who don't know about you yet, getting them in? So maybe some insights on your future marketing, maybe some insights on your future tech invitations, maybe some other utilities that you guys going to have with your token or with the app. And, just open up this curtain, share with us what's coming in the future.
A great question. And I'd like to start with first of all, we expect market to grow. Like, the crypto industry is developing super fast. In my opinion, it's the fastest growing industry that there is out here. Like, there are so many new projects coming up, and so many new tokens launching, like thousands every
Yeah.
day, and some very good utility projects as well out there. So here, I'd like to start with that we are going to increase the number of payment options on our platform. Right now, we accept more than 100 different cryptocurrencies, including, of course, like super big stable coins, Bitcoin, Ethereum. But we also love meme tokens, because memes are fun. For example, just this week, we listed dogs. And
Hmm.
if you're in Telegram, like, of course, you know their team. They're super, like, cool project that was launched on Telegram. We also listed Trump. So, for example, if Trump wants to book his hotel
With his token.
with
Yeah.
his token, he can
I
go to
booked Trump
Travala.
Hotel with a Trump token.
Exactly. Like, this is 2025, baby. Like, we live in this timeline, and I love it. Like, it's super fun to be around.
Yeah, being
So we're going.
serious is cool, but being fun is even cooler, right?
Exactly. Yes, that's why we listed meme tokens, because we believe that, you know what, you can maybe cut it later. Meme coins. Sorry, I started laughing at my own joke. Meme tokens deserve utility, and we will provide utility for your meme token. Please reach out to our BDs listed below.
Make meme tokens great again. We actually have the
Exactly, you
same
nailed
thing.
it.
The card is launching very
Absolutely.
soon, and like we also like very bullishing on having this fun factor, allowing users to pay with their memes, even if they don't have to. Like it's just fun sometimes. I want to take my I don't know like fart coin or whatever and go pay for my groceries with it. Why not? Or go to Travala and pay for my trip with that. So just because I can. Having fun is like it's very very underrated thing that I see right now. So
Yes, but that's why people love this industry, like, where else you
yeah,
can have as much fun as here, like, you can go on a vacation with Pepe, or with
yeah,
Dodge, or with
and
Sheep, or with like any other meme coins. We have plenty of them listed, and it's amazing because it's really connecting those degen communities to real world, that they usually online 24/7, just scrolling through charts, losing money. But yeah, guys, why lose money on trading when you can go on a
Yeah.
vacation, like, and spend money on margaritas? Better do this, please.
Exactly. I love it. And so, like, what do you think like, what are your expectations about your user base by, like, let's say 2030? So you said that 2030 going to be like 1 bill in the entire crypto industry. And what do you think going to be the percentage of this industry actually using Travala as their main ticket booker?
Oh, that's a great question. And I think we should redirect it to our finance department. I'm sure they have these projections ready. I don't have numbers in front of me right now. I can share you how many users I believe who is going to be on our Twitter, right? But it's not
All
as
right. All
exciting.
right. Let's do it.
Well, yeah, so regarding growth, and like, if we're going to be serious for a second, um, th- we have unique value proposition and a really amazing product that is used by many people every day. The travel industry is booming. If you didn't see the latest stats, 2024 was the biggest year for traveling. So in 2024, there were the most amount of people traveling in the history of humankind. So there
Wow.
were
I didn't
never
know about
more
that.
people
It's actually
traveling.
very interesting.
Yes, so the travel industry completely rebounded since COVID, and it's getting more and more accessible for everybody. And Travala allows everybody to travel. You don't have to be privileged and have certain bank cards from certain countries, You can be anybody and you can still travel with crypto from anywhere to anywhere. We are in more than 230 countries and territories, and we work almost everywhere apart from certain locations that are sanctioned. But you can fly all over the world with crypto, and that's how we are going to onboard new users, because more and more people are coming to crypto, and more people are getting tired with these legacy systems, not only financial but also travel, that can be improved, and it should be improved. And we are working on it right now. We are expanding our team, and we are very well positioned for the future, and we are fun and friendly, right?
Yeah, that's true. That's like very important thing. Whenever the team is boring, the product is boring as well. You guys trying to be fun, smile more. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. And like, maybe for the final part of our podcast, we come into part 8, which is basically closing thoughts. And, like, let's just recap on everything and get the final message to our listeners today. So basically, like, what I love asking this question, and like, it's personally to you, Polina. We're not relating it to Travala, let's say. Just what are your expectations about this bull market? Is it the last bull market that we have, or there are more cycles happening in the future, or the actual thing that is happening in the US right now and the actual thing that is happening on the market has changed the entire nature of crypto, and we don't have this cycle based market no more, and it's the final bull run, and then it's just going to be very slight and soft?
Very interesting question. And in my personal opinion, I think this bull market is going to be the biggest we've seen yet. There are a few indicators that I pay attention. I pay attention to the news about the traditional industry, like what are they doing,
Hmm.
and with the ETF launch that I know you discussed on your previous podcasts
Yeah, of
in
course.
in the States, and more and more banks of different countries are moving into crypto, and the fact that American president launched his meme coin, like,
Yeah.
it's not. Isn't it weird? Like, when did it become normal?
It's
Like,
not
it's
weird. It's
it's
crazy. Like, I was sitting back then just looking at the situation on the market thinking, like, am I sleeping or what? Like, the world is driving crazy right now. And this is the actual moment, like, because when I just joined crypto, I thought that, oh no, this industry is just too crazy to be true. Like, these guys, like, they are out of their mind. They just, thinking unreal things. It's never gonna happen. And then I see that the American president is launching his own meme token, being like, what? What? So, like, I fully agree with you. And, it's only the beginning for crypto. So right now I just see a bunch of people who are just new joiners. And, right now the industry is way more user friendly than it was before. Even like, coming back to 2021, it was extremely complicated to get in. It was still no learning materials. The all influencers, you couldn't distinguish who's the actual influencer who's speaking the truth and who's, just some, drop hunter who's promoting projects just to get some piece of cake. Right now it's way more on the surface, and you have mastodons who are already established in whom you can believe. And basically it's just getting more and more easy to understand what is happening in here. And of course we have content like ours
Yeah,
right now.
I wanted to say thanks to guys like you, we can understand this industry better. And
Thanks to
yeah,
guys like you who are coming here and sharing their opinion and learning. I personally still think that the best way to learn is to talk to some intelligent people. And this is why I have my podcast. This is why I'm developing myself every day, and I hope my listeners do the same. And so yeah, basically, like, maybe just some final teachings for the people and before we finish. So if you joined crypto just now, what would you do in order to get fluent with it quickly?
That's a very good question. And on a personal note, I'm actually working on the course how to basically get wealthy in Web3 without like BS stuff, right? Because there's so much hype and nobody knows what's happening. And if people are telling you that they know what's happening, they probably lying, so
Yeah.
don't trust anybody. But if I was just joining crypto, I would also pay attention to crypto jobs, because there are so many companies that are opening up right now and are listing their job descriptions online. You can go check it out because there are more demand than there are people who are skilled to work here. So I think right now it's not like super easy, but it's possible to find a job in the Web3. Because if you have $100, like, you're not going to be a millionaire by investing them. You have to be extremely lucky, and it's literally like almost impossible.
It's like
So if
gambling. It's like meme
yeah,
coin
if
trading. Same
if
thing.
you don't have capital right now, first thing what you have to do is not looking into the TG signal groups,
Mhm.
what's the best signal and like what's the good trade. No, like, forget all of it. You first need to build wealth by making real money. And crypto jobs is a very good option because they pay well, and it's a very fun industry. And believe me, if you don't have technical background, for example, you can still join. Like, look at me, I was a kindergarten teacher before I joined, and now I'm a social media lead of the Web3 leading company, and it been what, like 3 years. Like, I would never believe it if you told me 5 years ago that I'm going to be here where I am right now, having a podcast with you, Dmitry, who is doing crazy videos for Binance. Like, it's like, what is happening? Like, I still can't believe it's real. And I love so much everything what I do, because I know that we are doing something really meaningful. We are all about freedom of personal finance and the freedom of travel. And if you want to be free, join crypto, and we'll make you free of money.
Quote.
Yeah, cut it, please. Don't post it.
Love it. Actually, yeah. I just, citing under each word that you said, like, crypto is giving you the possibility to grow very, very fast. If you're a smart person who is hardworking, who learns fast, guys, the industry is still very brand new. So it's never late to join, to start researching, to start, working in the industry and to start understanding it more. And I personally think that, joining the industry as an employee is one of the best ways to learn what is happening in here. So
Exactly.
I fully
Be
agree
on
with
the
you.
other side.
Yeah. So I think that's, very good closing for our today's podcast. I will finish with the things that I always tell guys. do your own research. Dior, once again, Dior, and once again, Dior. Nothing in this podcast was a financial advice. Please mark it once again, but it was just a
Buy
great
Bitcoin.
Buy Bitcoin. But yeah, but actually, like it was just a very, very insightful conversation. I was pleased to learn more about Travala because I personally just wanted to dive deeper into your processes, guys, and understand what the big revenue making business in crypto really is. Because in Kolo, we're gonna be, I hope, the same in just matter of couple of quarters. So let's see how it's gonna go.
I'm very
And
excited for your launch.
I'm very excited
So
as well. And
waiting for the Kolo card.
can't wait to actually, be able to give it to all my friends because right now we have it in internal testing and, I'm already
Please sign
super,
me
super
up.
excited. Yeah. You know, you already have your card on the way. Whenever it's launching, you're going to be one of the first people I'm sending it to. And yeah, amazing. It was a great podcast, Polina. Thank you so much for joining me today, even though it's already pretty late your time. But you're the great warrior, and we had a very, very energized and insightful conversation here today. I loved learning more about Travala, loved learning more about your personal way and how you actually join crypto and what are you doing here right now. So I hope it's not the last moment where we catch up somewhere in the web in real life, and just looking forward to have more insightful conversations like that, and just having more cross marketing or so ever with Travala because you guys are amazing.
Thank you so much, Dmitry and whole Kolo team. It's been a pleasure, and I know that it's not easy to do stuff, right? So I have huge respect to builders in the space, and I think that the 2025 is the year of builders and travelers. So yeah, let's build more, let's travel more, and be happy. Join crypto, and as you said, do your own research. Thank you so much for having me. It's my pleasure to be here, and I can talk about crypto and Travala until the morning, because I'm super excited about this industry, and I wish that more people can experience this as well.
For sure, for sure. All right. So once again, thank you to all the listeners who are here with us today. Thank you, Polina, and see you guys on the next podcast. Have a good
Bye,
day.
everyone.
Cheers, everyone.